Hey viewers, welcome to another game as a casual pro gamer. And today we're doing an Olaf game, played by W*11, who used to be part of the team here. He decided to join another team, which is fine, and we see him playing with his new team now. So this is a pre-made 5v5, and they are definitely invading the jungle here. Unfortunately, they are on the wrong side to actually engage the enemy, but I guess they're just going to steal some raids and some red and things like that. I'm not actually sure if they're going to steal the red, but it seems like a good idea. Apparently not. So the enemy could either be at red or blue because they have a jungle Shaco. And Shaco can start at either one. And had they taken out the red, Shaco would have definitely been seriously behind, and it would have taken them a few more seconds. And yeah, I think that would have been well worth it. So he's up against Irelia here, who is really strong with her true damage, and well, especially once she hits like level 4, it becomes really painful, because then she gets a stun as well. Normally you go QWWE on Irelia, and the E is the actual stun or slow, depending on your health. And yeah, I don't know if I have an Olaf game yet, so let's go over the skills a little bit. First of all, Berserker Rage. For each 1% of health missing, you get an extra attack speed of 1%, which is excellent, especially in the later game when you can go for the high health values, because if you have a lot of HP, you can afford to be low health and still be in a fight. Because normally if you're low health, you're going to want to stay out of the fight, obviously. And in this case, it might be good to stay in, especially if you have lifesteal, which also comes late game. If you have lifesteal combined with this innate ability, yeah, the combination of that means that you basically cannot die, because the more health you lose, the higher your attack speed. And wow, taking a lot of damage there from Irelia's skills. And yeah, anyway, so Irelia is doing 20 versus 30, so Olaf well ahead here. And yeah, that's because Irelia isn't really good at last hitting, not because she has been pushed out of the lane or anything like that, because she shouldn't have missed a single one if she was good at last hitting. But anyway, we are going to look at the other ones. Undertow, which is kind of the signature move on Olaf. He throws an axe and it slows and does some damage. And if you pick it up, the axe, then it actually reduces the cooldown by 6 seconds. And since the cooldown is 10 seconds, it means that by the time you pick it up, it has like a 1 second cooldown. So normally you want to do that every time, because, well, it's a really useful thing to have. It's only 65 mana, which isn't a whole lot. Normal skills are about 100. And yeah, Olaf so far has been doing okay-ish. Yeah. Then the W, Vicious Strikes. Oh, wow, we see some damage going down. Oh, taking a lot of damage here. Really late on the... oh, I forgot the name. Exhaust. But it definitely helps Irelia catch up. And yeah, Irelia does a lot of damage with her skills. Anyway. Irelia is now getting the red buff, which makes her even more deadly. And in the meantime, we see Olaf just getting back in lane. And we see vicious strikes. Olaf's attack damage is increased by 7 and he gains 9% life steal and spell vamp. Yeah, that's actually really good. So the total damage would be upped by about 20. 1% of maximum health once again, so having more health makes this skill more useful. And that's why we see most of the Olafs build a whole lot of health. And that's why, well, they are so impossible to kill because of the spell vamp. It's now 9%, and it's probably going to be more. Yeah, it's going to 12% with the next level. And therefore, it's even harder to kill him because he gets free lifesteal. Lifesteal, as you might have seen from my items video, or whatever video it was, the balancing issues. Lifesteal is really valuable in this game. And it's severely underpriced, so it's severely overpowered. Okay, teleporting back in, it seems. Yeah, he does have teleport. 0-second cooldown, as it says. That's excellent, that's not a bug at all. And Flash also 0-second cooldown. Now that's not a bug, you can just flash whenever you want and teleport whenever you want. These counters are just there for the fun of it. Anyway, Reckless Swing. Yeah, this is a really annoying one if you are high on health and, well, no, not so much high on health, but high on armor and magic resist. Like Irelia tends to build. Because it does true damage. It's 100 true damage, it will increase with the level, obviously. But yeah, the true damage does bring a lot of pain to well, to the tanky characters, and especially the top laners normally have a lot of armor and magic resist stacking. So it's really good on those. Anyway, then the ultimate. Ragnarok removes all disables from Olaf for the next 6 seconds. He is immune to disables and reduces incoming damage by 20. And he also gets 10 increased armor penetration. So all in all, it is, well, one of the best ultimates you could possibly wish for, because it makes him it impossible to well, to do what you would normally do to a champion like this. Because normally with a champion like this you would just either slow them or stun them, and both of those don't actually work on Olaf. So anyway, we saw a gank coming in from from his team, and now we see this guy trying to do something, but doesn't actually go in because there's no one in lane anymore. Yeah, all in all, Olaf's a really strong champion, especially as a jungler, because he can come in and just destroy someone if they overextend. And with the true damage here, yeah, now it's 160 true damage. So with the true damage, it becomes quite easy to get kills off, and especially if you land the axe, obviously. Because with the axe you get 35% or 36% slow. And yeah, that is quite a lot. That is the maximum slow that Gangplank can get, I think. At least when they changed everything on him, it used to be 7 stacks of 5%, so that would be 35%. So putting down a new ward here. And just farming. Yeah, it's not a whole lot to do for him early game, because early game the only thing he needs to do is just make sure that he gets more farm than his opponent. And preferably get a lot more farm than his opponent, but once again getting caught by the ultimate from Irelia and taking a lot of damage here. He has to go back again to heal up, and it's probably because he hasn't played against Irelia a lot and therefore underestimated the well, the killing power, I guess.
An ally has been slain.
So yeah, I haven't been focusing on the other lanes at all, so won't be doing that either. Olaf is going mid now, and is going up against this Kassadin. Kassadin, who's not really afraid of him, it seems, and who is engaging him with the help of Shaco. So he really should pick up the axe more often if he can. I mean, in this case he couldn't, because he threw it too far and he couldn't really reach. Wow, that's so close. Oh wow. If only they did a little more damage, a little quicker, that death wouldn't have been necessary at all. Gangplank apparently, yeah, not able to kill the Kassadin right off there. That was a shame. I always thought he would get out of that, even with the Kassadin coming in. But it's okay. He's 0-2, but yeah, he will be able to come back from this because, well, Olaf is kind of a late game champion anyway. He just teleported in, it seems. And yeah, it's still going up against the Kassadin here. Don't know why they switch lanes. Obviously they are on Skype or whatever. Some kind of voice chat. Here, once again not picking up this this axe. And I think it's well worth it because the 6 seconds cooldown reduction is definitely a whole lot. And you can harass with it pretty efficiently, you can farm with it pretty efficiently. And also for if you play him as a jungler, it is your main skill for jungling early on. And it does a lot of damage here. So obviously you can hit it all the way through like he did now. You can also hit it a little bit shorter, only hit the first few minions, and then
An ally has been slain.
pick it up and do it again. Because, well, with the 65 or, well, 75 mana now, you can throw it quite a lot of times before you run out of mana.
Enemy killing spree.
And I think most of the skills on him, yeah, it's only the ultimate costs mana for the rest. Well, a lot. This one's 40 mana, that's really not a whole lot. And once again, getting caught by the ultimate, well, and the stun, but... Was that his leg? No, it's not for now. Anyway, it's 3-10 now. So it's not going particularly well for this team. But I guess they will pick it up as... well, I don't think he would have sent me a game where he was going to go 0-6 and then surrender. But yeah, as I said, Olaf's a late game hero. He needs a lot of health to be really effective. Because by now, the vicious strikes have added 19 damage from his health. And yeah, that's a good deal, obviously. Yeah, he's just going to stay top and is going to farm. So the enemy does lose one champion here, and yeah, we see the Shaco running through. But Shaco's getting out of there, no problem, because nobody's actually chasing him. Anyway, Olaf's now has now reached the top turret, and is going to kill the top turret, no problem, because there's no one to stop him. Everyone is bottom. At least there's 4 bottom. There's 3 here. Shaco is in mid now, and this is the only guy that was missing, but he's coming in way too late. And yeah. Going back home once again. Going home a lot, by the way. Going for the phage and some extra side wards. They do have quite a bit of vision. I think a little bit too much gold has been spent on wards. Not so much here. I mean, there's 1 ward for this entire area, but more in this direction. There's a ward here. There's a ward here. Yeah, Olaf is coming in to help out, but it's not going to make a difference, I think, because Irelia can just walk out. Anyway, they do have a ward on Dragon as well, and then they have several of the traps in here. And yeah, I mean, they also have a ward here, they have a ward here. Just remember that every ward is 75 gold, and that 75 gold you could have spent on something else. And now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wards out. Well, 2 of them just disappeared. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So that's like 500 gold you could have spent on something else. Yeah, some of them are useful. I personally prefer this as a location, somewhere here. So maybe a little bit here, maybe even here. Don't like that too much, but at least somewhere close to the dragon and somewhere close to the baron, so you can actually see those. But that's about it. So I would say instead of the 7 wards, oh, and maybe 1 or 2 in the enemy jungle, but on average I would say 3 wards are enough, and 7 is a bit of overkill. So that would be like 300 gold that you could spend on something else for your team, or as a team. Because 300 gold is a significant amount. And finally he is able to trade with Irelia quite a bit, and he is still completely full health, which is... oh, full mana, sorry. Which is kind of surprising to me. Anyway, he has gone some extra lifesteal. I don't know if that's actually necessary. Oh, Irelia coming in. But he's almost full health. Well, 2/3 health. 18% lifesteal, so I guess, yeah, it's not really overkill to have more lifesteal. Yeah, this position, for example, I don't know. There's another one here which just dissipated. I know that, but it's outside of the bush, and wow, getting a lot of damage here. And is he? Yeah, he actually got the kill, so that's worth it. Because he was 0 and 4, and then gets a kill, so he's worth, I don't know, something like 100, under 100 gold probably. And he gets back 330 gold, so I guess that's well worth it. And they are going to get a dragon for this as well. So once again, having 2 wards out here, because, well, this ward doesn't actually see anything. It only sees the dragon. And I like this. Posting the time when it next spawns immediately. And yeah, that is really important, because if you now go there the next after like 6 minutes, so when it spawns you can kill it before the enemy actually is there, because the enemy has to wait for the figure to come back. And once again, so many wards out. I mean, you can overdo it on the wards. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wards out at the moment. Where 3 would be plenty if you have a common sense of where people would be. But warding up your own jungle when there's nothing to get, I mean, red buff's gone, blue buff's gone. I don't know why. I really have no idea. Anyway, getting caught here by the enemy and going 1-5 with 9-14 being the overall score. And yeah, it's not too bad, because they did get a dragon, which is like, I don't know, 4 kills. It's a little more than 3. So let's say 3 kills, and the fact that he went 0-4 before getting his first kill actually also contributes to the fact that they're kind of equal. So anyway, as you might have seen, all of the wards are timing out now, and they really didn't have anything gained from them, because there's no one running through there, or there's no one that is defended by the vision. And especially since you have clairvoyance on your team, there's not a whole lot of use in overwarding, basically. And it's a lot of gold they spend on this. Yeah, 1 exhaust and you're done. But the team could have helped out there, could have easily killed the Irelia. Irelia is still going to die to the gangplank here, it seems. Oh, wow. Oh, but they did get Irelia, I guess. But the 1-for-3 trade is definitely not worth it. Yeah, if the team just helped out here, Olaf wouldn't have died, and Irelia would have died. But the team was too busy chasing the others, and I would say that's a lack of communication normally.
I'm going.
At least that's what I'm assuming happened. At least they do get the free Wriggles Lantern wards. But yeah, the Wriggles Lantern wards are still not free. Oh, I was assuming he went there. But the Wriggles Lantern wards still aren't free, because yeah, you have to buy all of the other wards. So if you don't place them, or you place them in the wrong position, nice steal there, it still takes away gold from your team. Because now they still need to ward this place, for example, which he could have done with his Wriggles ward. But anyway, I'm not saying that the whole positioning of all wards is wrong. I'm just saying that there are too many wards out. That's a lot of gold you spend on just the vision of something that you should have... well, you should understand anyway. I mean, you should understand where the enemy can be, and yeah, you don't have to have vision of that. Plus, they do have the traps from Caitlyn to keep track of certain points on the map. Kinda lost track of him. There we go. Currently going back home. healing up, and yeah, Sunfire Cape, Frozen Mallets. Some nice items now. And wow. Oh, what was that Janna trying to do? She just lost her oracles, and that might have been the turning point of the game. Because that was like 700 gold she just gave away there. Plus, because oh, I forgot his name, Urgot died, they're going to get a free dragon, which means another 1000 gold for the team. They're going to steal blue. That's not really about the gold, but about the utility. And yeah, now they might even be able to pick off this guy. They are going for it, so that's actually good. Oh. Gets distracted by the wolves and runs back. She's still there somewhere. Oh, she might have teleported back. They do lose another turret, so that's another 750 gold for the enemy. And the enemy is all here. And oh, they did kill the ward. Okay, I was just wondering. So we are going to get some fighting over here. No CV going off. So Cassidy can just run out of there. Morgana getting killed without getting the ultimate off. Yeah, Olaf getting killed. And oh, they are going to get one kill. So I really had died, but I think that's about it. Urgot is going to die here. And Janna is going to die because she shouldn't have been there in the first place. Probably thought she was really good with Janna and could do a 1v3, but definitely not going to work out. I think this Janna is really doing badly. Janna 0-3. Yeah, that's not actually too bad. But yeah, she did die twice now in an unnecessary situation, in a situation where she shouldn't have been there in the first place, or well, at least where she shouldn't have died. So going for blue here, which is kind of surprising. Oh, he's just going to hold it for Morgana. Yeah, she got it. Just disappeared. There's no body left. See, now the warding kind of decreased. There's 2 wards out now. So, oh wait, there's another one here from the fight before. I mean, this one was placed there because the whole enemy team was hiding in this bush, so I can see that. But yeah, there's one here now, one here, and one here. So you basically spent 225 gold on seeing this area. Oh, and another one. So that's 300 gold spent on seeing that really small area. And then another one here, and another one here. So much gold is spent on these wards. And they do have 2 Wriggles lanterns, and assuming that both of them place their wards every time, it's still 5 wards, 6 wards that were actually bought. And they placed all of these wards, and then all of the enemy champions show up in mid lane right on the doorstep. So none of the wards are useful. I mean, here now you can see I really are walking through it, but they cannot do anything about that. So a ward here might have been useful, or this one could be useful. But there are so many wards that aren't in places that are useful. Yep, and now they almost get a kill on Urgot, and they cannot see him anymore, because that's where the wards end, obviously. Anyway, just noticing this, yeah, I see this a lot in games where people think that they should ward, and they really overdo it the first few times. But yeah, spending so much gold on wards, I mean every 3 minutes this is like 300 gold. That means that if you have a 40-minute game, you probably spend about 3000 gold on wards. On useless wards. I mean, there are still several ward positions that are worth having, but with 2 Riggel's Lanterns, you should be able to ward them anyway. Riggel's Lantern is a really useful item to have in the team, because of the wards. Not just the lifesteal. I mean, the lifesteal, the extra damage, that's all really, really good. And the armor, obviously. But and the unique passive is also very good, doing extra damage to minions every now and then. But the main thing that makes it, well, really good in the late game, and makes it better than some of the other items out there, is the warding. But yeah, if you buy so many wards next to the wards that you already get for free, then it's yeah, it's not really the item to have, I guess. So yeah, they're defending with all 5 here. Don't know. At least they're holding off the lane, but I guess Caitlyn with Sona or with Morgana could pretty much hold this as well, or maybe with Olaf. But it might be good to just go out and try to gank, or well, do something else at least with your time. Because all you need to do is take out the minion wave, and as long as you can hold off the minion wave, they're not going to push in yet. Late game, that's a different story. But for now, that is the way it is. Yeah, still 10 seconds. Still know that. So it doesn't actually reduce the cooldown when you level it up. Oh, a flash. Flash from Irelia. So yeah, just a lot of minion killing now. This is better. Now they have 2 of them guarding the mid lane, and the rest is doing some other stuff. They do lose a turret here, which is kind of a shame. Jenna taking out another ward. Jenna doesn't have anything in the items. She only has 1 gold item left because she immediately built to Cerilias. And although it's a good item, it does negate the gold gain portion. And as a support, you really need the gold gain portion as long as you can. So instead of going for Shurilias really early on, you're better off going for like the AP item, the Cage's Lucky Pick. And then, well, going from there. Because by having the 3 gold items and then building into Shurilias, you actually get a lot more golds. Well, from your 3rd item, but also from having the other item still. So they faked going for Baron here. I think the enemy can see that. Yep, they can. Yeah, this Janna is really weak and they could take her out no problem. And so far it hasn't worked out that way. Janna of course is really maneuverable and she has a lot of CC and yeah, you can easily take her out still. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Jack-in-the-Box actually died there. They got Baron, yeah. So finally, he is getting the huge amount of damage that Olaf is known for. And there we go. Getting an ace very easily, actually. All 5 of them are still alive, and they might as well just run into the turrets and just kill the turrets. Because, well, with the lifesteal on Olaf, there is no way they can... he dies to the turrets. And especially with a healer there. Because he's going to get damaged a little bit here, and then he's going to heal up on these minions. And yeah, that's exactly how you should play this. They got lucky there because the enemy completely messed up this one fight, and now they're going to get probably 4 turrets and 2 inhibitors for it. Oh. Enemy already up? Okay. So the respawn timers aren't that long yet. Don't know if they level with if they scale with level or with game duration. Yes, I would say game duration, but and level, because I know that if you're lower level, that you will respawn sooner. But I would also say that once everybody reaches 18, you it will scale with game duration as well. So once the game goes really long, you will respawn really slowly, just to give people the opportunity to actually push back. To how should I say it? To make a comeback, I guess. So Olaf, all on his own at the moment, because the rest is a little bit behind. And they are going to get the... Wow, that was a huge amount of damage there. Yeah, actually picking it up himself there. Why is this guy going home? I don't know. Anyway, they are going to push the top lane now. At least for a little bit. Yeah, once again tossing the axe all the way over here, and could have used that to clear up the minion wave a lot quicker. So they are preparing for the next Baron. Not actually sure when it spawns. 52:30, so it's not for another minute and a half. That's why you note that in the chat, so that you can actually look at it and just say, okay, then and then we need to be there. So Jenna should actually die here, obviously. There we go. And as you can see, Jenna really cannot do anything anymore in teamfights because she just doesn't have any gold. I mean, just watch the items. She now has a little bit of armor, and that's it. I mean, this is life and only life. Yeah. So health regen, and mana regen. This is health, and so she has a little bit of magic resist, a little bit of armor, but that's it. She doesn't have anything because she forgot to actually profit from the gold items. So, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. GG.